Hello, good morning. It's tea time, and today I'm having a cup of spicy hibiscus positive energy. And it's a bad anxiety day. I can already tell by the way I woke up this morning. And yesterday was also a bad anxiety day. But today it's supposed to be about 61 degrees, which for the first time in several weeks, it's going to be cleared up and nice outside. So I can't justify staying inside all day when I already promised myself yesterday when I saw that I was going to get out. Yesterday, I just stayed inside and I potted up my propagations. So I don't feel too bad about that. But today I have no excuse. So I'm going to go out on a very long walk across town to a thrift store. And I don't know what else I'm going to do today. Just kind of whatever I end up getting into. And these are the plants that were my propagations that I potted up yesterday when I stayed home. It's hard to see them with the lighting. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing today. My day began crossing the railroad tracks, and as soon as I had made it over, I looked down the tracks and I noticed that a train was coming right as soon as I had just made it over. As I finally got down into the park, onto the trail, I noticed that the underbridge graffiti that had been there for several years had finally been painted over. This was the first quarter mile in, and the hardest part to push through because I was having a bad anxiety day and I did not really feel like getting out. But I forced myself to get through it anyways because I wanted to take advantage of the first and only nice day we were supposed to have for the next 2 or 3 weeks. But with the wind being the way that it was kind of insignificant, that rise in temperature. So this has been a lengthy walk, but I'm about halfway there now, I think, maybe a little over halfway. Probably 3/4 of the way, or nearly that. But today has been a very nice day, although it's still a little bit chilly. So it's gonna warm up even more. I stopped for a break. If you look closely, you can see things poking their heads out, and you can tell that spring is getting very close. While I was taking a shortcut to this part of the trail, I stumbled across a homeless man's camp underneath of a bridge, and we both startled each other. Made it, though it's super windy, but they're not opening till 12 today, which is about 8 minutes out. And then I'm gonna go in. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get here from my house, walking, so it's not too bad. I think I might catch the bus home though. I did catch the bus home, but I didn't record inside the thrift store because the staff were at a funeral and the store opened late. So I'm back home after a long day out, and I actually went to 2 different thrift stores. I went to a little Catholic thrift store that I always go to, but then I also went down to a senior citizens community center thrift store that's like right down the alley from my house. But now I'm going to have a cup of tea, and I'm going to try out this organic China green tea. But it's not regular green tea. It's called China green tea, which I guess is a different thing. So I don't know what that's going to taste like, but I'm going to give it a try. And this is a loose leaf tea, so I'm gonna have to use my tea ball. It just smells like regular green tea. Extremely excited to try this one. I've been putting it off for several days because I wanted to wait so I could make a video about it. I heard that the method that they use when processing it is a little bit different. That's the reason why it's different. I've heard that the taste is supposed to be more subtle, but I don't know if that's true or not. So far, it smells the same. So I let it steep for a while, and I added my milk and my sugar, so now it's the moment of truth. It doesn't even taste like green tea, really. I wasn't expecting that. The smell of the green tea is definitely there, but the taste is definitely dialed down. Which is not my favorite thing, because I like to drink the matcha because the matcha is extra tuned up on the flavor. But this is very, very mild, very subtle. I wonder what the caffeine content's like. It's probably comparable to actual green tea, but I don't know. But while I was out today and I went to those two different thrift stores, I got quite a few things. But my clothes, the way I dress, it's not very aesthetic. So I don't know if I'm going to share it with you or not. After I was home a while, everybody else came home after school, and it was a Friday night. So we went and we drove out of town, and we came across another thrift store. So I went to 3 thrift stores total that day. And then after that, we were already out of town, so we stopped at a state park and we did some walking around. But it's still technically winter. We're going into spring, but we're not there yet. So it's kind of dead and dreary. But it was nice to get out and get like a feel for, you know, what it's going to look like in the spring. And it was nice to stretch and walk around, especially to make use of how good the weather was today, especially at this point. It actually got warmer and less windy as the day went on. So this evening I walked around with my son and my partner, and it was a really good evening. I can't wait to get back to here in the summer and the spring when everything's green and alive. Also, I am in no way weak, but I can already tell that I'm going to be feeling that 2-mile walk later. But thank you for watching. Bye.